keeps them level. So it's really just, it's hilarious. Anyways, guys, that's the video.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it truly is very, very unfortunate what his wife is going through, but we feel no remorse for her because her first mistake was, of course, just being a racist, but her second mistake was marrying Brandon Tatum, although I imagine for her it was a fair exchange because as a result of his anti-black raccoonery, he has managed to amass himself millions upon millions of dollars, which I am sure she has unrestricted access to. And so I suppose for her this might just be chalked up to the cost of doing business. But that's the video, guys. You let me know what you think in the comment section down below. When will these raccoons ever learn? Stop fucking with black women. It never ends well for you.
Us ruin a growth with the right IPM strategy. So as of lately over here on this channel, we've been talking more about the stupidity and ignorance of this gang life, street culture thing. A lot of times, if you aren't this hyper-masculine, gang-banging black dude, you're seen as a square, when in actuality, it should be the opposite. And just a quick disclaimer, if anybody's new to my channel, this isn't a respectability politics video. If you know anything about me, I don't give a f about them folks. This has nothing to do with them. This is about the betterment of black people.
Here you are, Bucko, let's go! Welcome back to another thrilling episode of Scary TikToks that might change your entire reality. For context, don't believe everything you see on this video. It's strictly for entertainment purposes only. I like to do what is called hit the moves and spit out the bones. If something resonates with you, good. Take it with you. If not, we're on to the next one. And always, keep your head on a straight. With that being said, let's dive in. Earlier on Dark Waters Night, I had some technical difficulties during the Wendy's video. You guys gotta hear it. Shout out to my engineer, RX Ranger, who cooked up something for you guys. Let's take a look. And again, my apologies.
Well, welcome to Wendy's. I hope you're hungry, and we just got a fresh delivery of meat and fries that's got your name on it. People love to eat here. It's almost like they can't stop. And truthfully, I don't want them to. Want a single? A double? Maybe a triple? Don't forget some bacon. We got whatever you need. Don't you just love French fries? We can biggie size them for you so you won't ever have to worry about running out. Fat and happy. No need to worry about cholesterol or sodium. You only live once, right? Where's the beef? We got you.
Now, who's ready for a 4 for 4? In Washington State, it is illegal to shoot or kill Bigfoot. Illegal. In Yellowstone National Park, this creature is listed in the directory of animals at the park. Why would it be there? Every Native American tribe that exists, they acknowledge this creature to be an actual people. In their literature and their documentation, they used to trade with them. Until things went awry, human beings doing human being things, and then it started getting cracking work. This is documented. The Navajo Rangers, I met these guys. Serious dudes. Serious, dangerous guys. They don't tell you that it's real. And then, I had an experience where I'm working on a property with some other guys. All ex-military dudes.
I'm the youngest dude, and I'm not ex-military. So, you know, I gotta do the grunt work. I'm the biggest motherfucker. I gotta carry all type of shit, do all type of shit. The owner of the property, very wealthy real estate tycoon guy. I ended up getting cool with his wife. I like to barbecue on the grill. You feel me? But on this property, it's a sprawling property. You gotta get on ATVs to go from this part to this part. I'm not good with that type of stuff though. You feel me? I never rode a bicycle before or a motorcycle. ATV, first time I got on, I flipped off and I hurt myself. Cool, I'm missing a wall. So she see me walking with the charcoal and everything. I'm gonna fire the grill up, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get to that. Fool see me on the grill, he pull up on the ATV, he got some beers. I get the chopper it up. He said, you know what, you're a good man. He invited me inside to his big game trophy room. He got animals, taxidermy stuff, man. And, you know, I seen something. You know, I saw something. I'm a big dude. When I saw something, I was much bigger than me. Stuff, taxidermy, missing one hand. I seen this. When I seen it, the hair on my neck stood up and it gave me a weird feeling. Hey, man.
Maybe it's because I'm in my 30s now, but I stopped buying things that are just good enough. For years, I was buying whatever was the cheapest because honestly, I thought toilet paper was just toilet paper. But when Costco dropped the price of the Charmin Ultra Soft 30 pack, just $29.99, I made the switch. And now I get it. Charmin's new and improved Ultra Soft at Costco has their whitest sheet, which makes such a difference, especially when you've got 4 kids and you're going through toilet paper nonstop. When you're dealing with messy moments all day, good enough is just not good enough.
I don't know, like, dude, gigantic, thighs, huge, shoulders wide. I'm like, damn. And I'm like, I'm just looking, and he looking at me, I see him looking at me. We didn't talk much about it. All he said was, the real boys are real. They're out there. And I'm looking like, man. And looking at the face is what got me. The face was like I'm looking at a person, but this wasn't a person. In Washington State, Bigfoot might really be out there, y'all.
This chilling and unexplainable video was captured by Basil, a 78-year-old adventurer with a profound love for the great outdoors. On his YouTube channel, Voyager Overland, Basil shares breathtaking footage of his journeys, showcasing some of the most stunning and remote places in nature. Known for documenting the beauty of the wilderness to share with his audience, this time, Basil captured something that he would never forget.
So Gene and I are out on yet another adventure. And last time we were out, I caught some footage that, quite frankly, has me a little spooked. And I haven't quite decided if I want to show it yet. Now, it's not the first time that I catch something in the background while we're recording. Like deer that we didn't notice, or some hikers that we didn't see while we were busy winching the Jeeps out of the mud hole or something. But this was different. No, I don't understand what I saw, and I can't explain it. So if you have seen anything like it, please feel free to let me know what you think it is in the comments.
It was a sunny day on October 26, 2024, when Faisal, his wife Jean, and their 2 grandkids set out on yet another adventure. Their destination? Ruby Falls, nestled in the breathtaking Alberta Rockies. They eventually set up camp, pitching their tents and settling in for the night. But before fully settling in, he decided to set up a trail camera.
So for a while now, I've been putting out a trail cam at night, hoping to catch some wildlife around camp while we're sleeping. And with my granddaughter, who just loves wildlife. How cool could it be if I could show her some night pictures of what's walking around at night while we're sleeping? Now, I must admit, I haven't had any luck so far. I've put out the camera many times and never captured any footage.
Faisal decided to set up his night vision camera, hoping to capture some wildlife footage for his granddaughter. Little did he know, he was about to record something far more terrifying and unsettling. Let's have a look at it.
I'm serious.
You have a phone, don't you? And if your bill more than $15 a month, it is. Say, hypothetically, you can choose any plan. 3-month plan, 6-month plan, or 12-month plan of premium wireless for $15 a month. Would you switch? Maybe? What if that plan was unlimited? New customers in Mint can literally do that. Choose any other plan. Even unlimited for $15 a month. Period. Stop making it easy hard. Just a minute.
So, story time. I thought to stay at this Nightmare Hotel in San Francisco, but I used TripAdvisor to book this one instead. First, I narrowed things down by using amenities filters. I definitely needed a place to live in the resort. Then, I took my breaks from different sites, which is all in one spot, and I read reviews of travelers to see which places were good. Then, I booked my trip. I took TripAdvisor to book your dream hotel and that.
Very. And even if I wasn't, my job is not to be your sex symbol. I am not a Fox News anchor. I don't even own a push-up bra.
Yeah, but here's the thing. That is kind of your job as a... You're supposed to be a good God-fearing Christian woman. Shut the fuck up, lose some weight, and make me a sandwich. What are you doing even trying to talk? She left the left for fascism and got eaten alive by the right. Video by Dark Brandon. Yesterday I told you we were going to react to a video where a woman tried to pull a Sydney Sweeney, right? She tried to do the whole failed influencer, failed insert whatever here to the far right, MAGA Republican, racist pipeline grist. She tried to do that, but didn't really work out for her. Let's find out why.
Hey there, folks. Hope you're doing well today. Today we're going to be looking at a reporter who used to be on the left, but then started seeing what they were doing on the right and was like, wow, all the
Used to be on the left.
sexist and racist, that must be a great place to be.
Right.
So she joined the right, and now instead of those people on the right appreciating the reporting she's doing about the left, they instead spend a lot of time calling her fat and ugly.
Oh,
It's
God.
strange. You would think these, racists and sexists would be more welcoming to women. I hear sexism is a really big tent.
Crazy how MAGA is attractive to women. That's insane.
Let's take a look.
I'm an analyst and independent journalist covering the far left in
Here she is. Here she is. Let's listen.
America. But if you listen to the conservative right, you would think that I'm competing in a beauty pageant.
Yeah, look at the comments she's responding to. This looks like it's on Twitter. You need to lose weight. Fuck. You need to lose weight. Full stop. Period. Mark. You know this is serious. You can't make a living calling out Antifa and commies when you look like a stereotype of them. In all honesty, it's pathetic shit. Being fat alone is pathetic. Damn, they cooking it.
Pageant of some sort. I bring this up because I have gotten minimally hundreds, but maybe into thousands of messages over the past several
You don't
weeks.
even look white. You know what I'm saying? You one of them off-brand whites. You're not German or nothing.
Ever since
You fucked up. You got a big-ass shoulder tat is from what it looks like. Your makeup is very just not good. You know what I'm saying? You're carrying a little bit of weight on you. You got red hair. What were you thinking? Your teeth need to be fixed. What were you thinking? You gotta be skinny, blonde, ton of makeup, maybe even a little bit of plastic surgery. Then come back.
I came back from my West Coast trip where I went undercover at 5 different leftist events and locations. I was followed by Turning Point USA, who documented the whole thing and released a video about it. But do you know the number one comment that I get from the right by far is this?
Oh, yeah.
Is this? I've got hundreds, if not even into the thousands of comments about my weight.
It's not like the President of the United States, a role model for so many people, is out here, I don't know, saying similar things about Rosie O'Donnell. It's not like he's out here normalizing this behavior, and you yourself are actively working to help these people win. You're like, this would be a fun way to spend the rest of my life, using my rights and having people call me fat and ugly.
Yeah, what a shocker, right? The leader of your party is constantly criticizing women for not fitting the beauty pageant ideal that he thinks all women should subscribe to. What a shocker that the people on that side of the political aisle are criticizing you for not looking a certain way.
People wonder why I am so angry at conservatives. Every time I say, hey, here's some information about the far left that's going to get you ahead of them, that's going to tell you how they're strategizing, tell you how they're organizing, tell you what's coming next. People wonder why I get so angry when people don't listen. It's because I literally get dozens of comments like this every single day from the right.
You think the right, you think the men on the right are going to see this and be like, oh,
you need to lose weight. You can't make a living calling out Antifa and commies when you look like the stereotype of them. In all honesty, it's pathetic. Being fat is pathetic.
And so,
yeah, it's so funny. All of these right-wing women who've gotten so used to feminism, who've gotten so used to the idea of equality and people not being judged by the way they look, and they go over to MAGA. It's so funny. These are going to be the people that are going to liberify MAGA, the conservative right.
I had to switch vendors. I'm so happy I chose Gobi. The sign-up process was simple and easy, and I received my meds in only a few days. I'm so pleased with my decision, and I wasn't sure what to file, what forms I needed, or how not to mess it up, but then I found LegalZoom, and everything finally made sense. First, you fill in a few basic details like your business name and state, and then you pick a plan based on your needs and your budget, starting at just $0 plus safety. Along the way, they even ask you about details that would be easy to miss on your own, like getting business licenses specific to your industry. At the end, you get a full summary of your plan and pricing, along with a few suggestions to keep your business legally compliant. I didn't want to take chances with something this important. That is why I went with LegalZoom. They're the #1 online legal services provider, and over 4 million small businesses have trusted them to form their budget. Start your LLC with LegalZoom today. It only takes 2 minutes.
Conservative right.
Join a community of people who forget about kindness and decency, but are meaner to her than the opposition. But does she take a second to reflect? Is there any introspection? Does she say, wait a second, I made a mistake. I shouldn't have got with a bunch of fascists.
Right.
No, instead, in a different clip, we'll see that she's actually a fascist for burning books. But let's keep going and see what she does next.
There are all different variations of this. They're not just this particular comment. They are all different variations of this. And this seems to be the thing that most right-wingers care about.
Yes.
My weight. So conservatives. Married.
Wow, she's 44. She actually looks pretty good for sure.
Woman. Let me emphasize married. I am married. And even if I wasn't, my job is not to be your sex symbol. I am not a Fox News anchor. I don't even own a push-up bra.
Yeah, but here's the thing. That is kind of your job as a conservative. You're supposed to be a good, God-fearing Christian woman. Shut the fuck up, lose some weight, and make me a sandwich. What are you doing even trying to talk?
So this is what winning on the right looks like. You have to go out and make appeals to your own team to stop attacking you.
Shanice, shut up.
That's why I eat 1 meal a day.
Sneeze. Shut up.
Welcome back to the channel. We have all types of creepy videos, disturbing theories, and just scary TikToks coming right at you. Without further ado, let's dive in.
Gang just figured out how to build a living freezer fort in the middle of the scorching desert. You've got whatever problem is facing you. Just alchemize it. Whether your life or actual real-life Minecraft in the desert, one of the first things an alchemist boss like you would do is harness your invisible energy mastery and recreate this ice house in the desert alchemy. A mixture of good old redneck ingenuity and little kid full genius innovations put to work. To make ice cubes in the desert. Not that one. To make ice cubes in the desert with this sick desert igloo pyramid and avoid the Mario angry sun heat death in man's most ancient quest, not dying. This living desert freezer is called a yaktu, and it's Persian in origin. You can find them all over the desert, and it works by harnessing vortex energy. Kind of. This requires knowledge of air density and molecules, the molecular structure of things, convection and conduction. And it's built basically to take advantage of the fact that heat rises and cold air goes to the bottom. Again, with the vortex points and strategic openings. They also then constructed heat walls to shade the structure from the sun. So, never gather cold water or ice in the winter and then just keep sticking it in the bottom, in the walls, wherever. Also, these columns on the side are wind catchers, which you can find in many buildings also that actually care. Like the old world Tartarian architecture as opposed to the modern day brutalism that tries to destroy your soul just by looking at it. The difference of God versus the devil's nature. There's a video on YouTube today with a lot of genius level displays outside of the box thinking like this. Check it out. Some Tesla level bosshood. Also check out some of this desert innovation. Also, Tatooine from Star Wars is probably based on the ancient nomadic alchemy structures. Lots of treasure waiting to be discovered in the desert, including my supernatural desert mystery compilation on my YouTube page, as well as my invisible energy compilation. And remember, Jesus can transmute your life to gold if you let him. He is the living water in the desert.
That is true.
Glory be to God. It's really easy to see. They're not going to make it obvious for you. It's going to be in plain sight. This is how this works. It has nothing really to do with a karmic retribution system. Rather, what I would say is BLM, black magic. You're awakening or weakening, dazed and weak through the days of the week. Now, what does this look like right in front of you? And all I did was just type in the Grand Canyon. Canyon. Can you see? Let's zoom in. It's that easy. It's right in front of you. Like I said, they're not going to put yellow caution taping. Attention, we have found pyramids in the Grand Canyon. The whole thing is a foundation of previous civilizations. I can't imagine what it would have looked like. I would love to see AI in that essence, AI done correctly, because I would love to see that. My imagination just, yep, that seems right. Caves everywhere. It's not like I'm making this stuff up. You can't even go see half of this stuff yourself. It's already government barricaded, highly government controlled, just like any other national park, which is a lot of other things that happen in these places. Crap. You know what I'm saying. So we can already tell that this is not what they're telling us. Yeah, all got petrified, melted, turned into stone, scarred, scared, however you want to look at that. They are melted structures. It's like taking a stun, a DEW, direct energy, a laser harness stun weapon, and using it like a magnifying glass, aiming it at a certain location, and this would be the remnant. It's obvious that these are pyramids. It's obvious this was a thriving civilization, and I'm not talking Native Americans. I'm talking stuff that would blow all of our minds. I'm talking trees of light that touch the bottom, the top of the firmament. They go all the way to the top, to the bottom. As above, so below. The deeper the roots, it means they're going to go just as high in the sky. These are all structures that, well, when we're going to get a team of trusted individuals that are not government related to make understanding of all this.
Real quick about the trees. How the root system is just as tall as the trees. If anybody has ever gardened and they bought a flower or vegetable and you transplant it. Tell me, you can buy a pot this big and a plant above it is this big. Why are all the roots bunched up at the bottom? You know, those roots go deep, guys, to the great deep. The great deep is deep. Deeper than Sheol, Tartarus, the vent system, the waters. Everyone's asking, man, where are the waters coming from? From the ocean, the lake. They come from the great deep, bucko. Some of them are coming through trees, ancient tree stumps. And we all see waterfalls. Every single waterfall is a tree stump. Wake up!
We can all agree on it because the pyramids are there, the sculptures are there, the faces are there, the caves are there, the awareness is there. It's not just a coincidence. This stuff's all around the world. And there would be no difference between this, which is in Arizona, like Phoenix Rising, the Rise of the Phoenix, that's Venus, was the Rose of Venus, that's what Lucifer is, this is Saturn Satan. Is the Art Philippine, the love and the power and force, the stupid D. Roswell, which is Adrena, Cesar, Caesar, Caesar Borgia, Pan, Pineal Gland, Zeus, Zeus and Zeus. Goats, gods. This is right in front of you. Isis temple, but they're clean, and it's nothing to do about the details. We can acknowledge the bigger relevance.
Again, if you guys just come from dark waters, I just did a video about this case. And I believe there's looking Brownie's case because that wasn't originally how it looked. They came and just added to that case because none of it matches up. This could be a giant lion up here. This isn't a case. Everyone is yelling. And all this is a case. And that's not a case. That's a giant lion. Who made it? I don't know.
Egypt is a big exit. Big God. Granddad Ra. Ra said. Glory be to God.
Is that a cat? What?
TTVG Encounter. One card that makes every escape feel like an elevated game. This is Destination 2-1.
Okay, the real talk. A long weekend away used to mean a month of planning, a week of stress, and then barely enough time to actually enjoy myself. But I have genuinely cracked the code, and today I'm going to show you how, using my Capital website as X card, I turned a spur-of-the-moment idea into a full-on 5-star weekend in Charleston, South Carolina.
And I'm taking my crew down to 30A, Santa Rosa Beach, Florida, for a beach getaway at a gorgeous vacation rental you can book through Capital One Travel. But first, we're stopping at the Capital One Lounge at JFK Airport before boarding. And honestly, that alone almost made the trip.
Whoever has the better long weekend wins.
Don't we both go on vacation? Oral pass, please. So we all know that flying with family is a full contact sport. And before my parents, my cousin and I even board the plane, Venture X is already elevating our getaway. Locally inspired food and drinks, custom cocktails, high-speed Wi-Fi, and a place where I can relax and recharge. Capital One lounges are at Dallas, Denver, the DC and New York areas, and Las Vegas. And every time you walk in, it feels like a trip.
Sound like you got pink whiskers.
Did you hear about the huge mystery that all the cats in the state of Florida and in southern Georgia are traveling to Miami and gathering in this certain spot? It's baffling the scientific experts, and it's baffling the local city governmenters. They don't know what to do. And it's all the way, like I said, from Jacksonville, Florida, that is the most north of the state, and in Georgia, the cats are just leaving the homes. The ones that are domesticated, the alley cats are leaving, and they're trekking hundreds of miles all the way down to the south of the state.
scientific experts think there might be some magnetic thing going on, like there's a magnetic epicenter there that's messing with the cat's brains, and it's causing them to want to gather here. But look at all of these cats. And so local officials are going to PetSmart and asking them, hey, do you have any food that you can donate? Because we don't want these cats to die of a fatality death. They tried to shoo them away at first, but the cats just keep coming back and coming back. And so I think it's kind of cool and kind of fun, but we'll see what happens. I'll keep you updated. But what do you think about this?
Are you kidding me? Get it? Kidding me? But anyway, seriously though, if you're looking at cat, it might be at a conference in Florida, Miami, Florida, something up to the sun. Some is alright. They also coming across this book. You got one by the thing. This book in 1777. America was 1 year old at the time. The name of this book is right here. It's the Universal Geographical Grammar from 1777. I'll be going through this book, making a lot of videos. There's some crazy stuff in here. I'm just going to give a quick preview, because there's things in here. Right, so here's the opening map. Here's the opening map of the world. And right, it's right here. Eastern Tartary. And right here is Western Tartary. And that's China. And what they're doing to further back is, look at that site. Why is this angel holding the site? Is your question. In the, are you saying that's the border? You can't go that far? What's the correlation here with that angel holding the site here? It's Chinese part. Also. And then over here, the road off of America to Florida, the left side, you can see California, and the whole top is empty, and there is no Canada. So, I want this book. The next one, this is the doctrine of the sphere. Here is artificial sphere. Because the world was coming from being flat and going to being the globe. And right here you got the doctrine of the globe. And that heliocentric doctrine. So here we got the terrestrial globe and maps. So now we got geographical problems performed by the globe. Right, so we got problem one. The diameter of an artificial globe being given to find its surface in square inches. This is the 1700s, so the F's, the lowercase f, or the cursive F's, are actually lowercase s's, so I've got to convert with that. And then the solidity, okay, solidity. Solidity is the cubic measure. This looks like no fear. No fear. Solidity. Solidity. Anyway, there's a lot of things about this book that are really different. So we got problem 2, given any place on the globe. Problem 3, given the time of the year. Problem 4, given any place on the globe.
Are you thinking of beach read this summer? May I suggest your big wireless bill when you realize you've been overpaying the entire time? Fortunately, though, Mint Story's better. Every plan's $15 a month. Even unlimited. That's it. Happy ending, 0 2. Spoiler, it's only one page.
All you use one of them.
Man, we got grocery bags and big trash bags.
I'm talking about to make my shirt again. Now I can't make this one.
There was resistance against the glove doctrine, is what I'm seeing in the 1700s. They weren't going. Nobody, not everybody was riding with the heliocentric doctrine. They was like, look, man, let me break it down to you why this is the doctrine. Interesting stuff.
Everything. Purple Bob. Even new places in the book. What's the thing is that they're having to recalibrate, reconfigure the way they see distances and find places on a globe map, because before this, everything's flat Earth map. I'm not spending more time on that part. This is endless. I can be on this.
Later on, Pete, I'm gonna take the scooter to get
What book was this?
Be on this boat.
I got taste for fried chicken. I want fried
so this is the first cover page
So the couple of
that I found. I think the original, the very front cover page in front of that first universal globe map is gone. It wasn't when I got it. But from the other book that I saw online, this one's
Turn my light off.
much better
Take me
condition.
15 minutes by foot.
Far better. All the maps are here. Here's the frozen ocean. Here's the Atlantic Ocean. There's African. But anyway, I'm just covering the fact that it's called the geographical framework on this one.
I like how he's wearing gloves. Normally you just see people just flipping, no gloves. They don't care about the oils. My man cares. This book is important.
And then let's talk. Yeah, the short there.
Me, my mom, and it's like, no, I'm not closing with just the three of us, especially with the way he gets. Yeah. I'm sorry. It doesn't matter. Jim's gonna fire me after this one. I'm leaving my keys in my bag. Yes, I'm aware of that.
If you get something thirsty.
Richard is getting nippy.
Well, I'll leave my keys.
Who's that on the phone?
Oh, Dan.
Who's hung up on me?
Yeah, but not here. I was literally shaking.
Who are you calling?
My brother from cooking out.
Did he answer yet?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, it's the same thing for more.
Well,
You don't tell a man to drop the meat while he's helping on Frosties. You've gone too far. Mama looked like she needed to be the new manager anyway. Let's go.
Okay, I have a crazy story and a high fun trick that you need to try. Let me explain. Under the streets of Paris is over 200 miles of tunnels called the catacombs. You can walk for days and no one knows just how far the tunnels go. But a group of urban explorers with a new feature on the iPhone phone to start mapping the tunnels in 3D like all is wild. Keep in mind, all of this is usually pitch black. The star illusions really shows just how deep you are. Everything is covered with graffiti. If no true has a story, like this one where people actually can raise meetings. Like for more.
That would be useful if you're actually lost inside somewhere and had to go that. That is a pretty cool feature. Almost like some type of Batman sonar system. The Egyptians already knew about dimensions. And did you know there are more than 7?
I don't know how she moved without the dog scene.
That's 3.
Since the dog said it, so she could just say the second time. The rat did it. It goes right
That is
here.
interesting.
It goes right back.
Wow, take a look at this place. Uh-oh, they got a mermaid there.
Is this one of those mega mansion mermaid dinner parties they're telling about? But it is a cool place.
That's the only way I can get it. If I put it right where they keep leaving the rain from. So now I know it's dry. I just put it right there, scare it, and it's going to stick right to it. But if I don't execute it, it might find another route. Because, you know, mine's just like
Like a F1 pit stop, wasn't it? Keep in mind, there's a painting of Christ in the storm in the Sea of Galilee. That's going straight to the Smithsonian. We'll never see it. If you're enjoying this video, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button because we do these videos every single day. Now, I'd love to see you tomorrow. Let's get straight back into the action.
Perhaps it happened with next to no notice, no warning. And then a wall of water comes, flooding the earth, burying and preserving at the bottom of the muddy water steps. And then, once the water level started to recede, all that muddy soot that was once underneath the water hardens on stone. Generations later, the landscape captures that moment. Perhaps it happened with next.
I know, that's crazy, right? Nice.
Help me build a go-to-market desk for a new product line covering materials, financial projections, and marketing.
He ran all the way up. He said, I'm getting my money's worth. Oh, no. Was she even looking? That's not too bad to fix, though.
Make way for the king of teams.
I thought the horseman of the apocalypse was supposed to be scary.
I guess that's what they mean by falling head over heels.
Someone had asked AI, what does the universe truly look like? And they wanted a picture. And this is what they gave. Now, hold on real quick. I zoomed in on this shit. Now, I want y'all to peep this shit. This is like a different realm right here, right? And then you have a realm right here. Peep this, though. This is supposed to be all the different, like, star systems or whatever. But you know what?
Parenting these days is overwhelming. I think you know my son, he forgot his lunch. Really? Teenagers? Kids, career, former co-stars who text all the time. Ty, we were literally sitting next to each other.
Julie and I are both real-life parents of teens. Yeah, I do reach out about that.
Every day?
Maybe every day with questions.
Really important ones, like, what is aura and do I have it?
Or, why does my daughter keep calling me bruh?
But when Ty texted me and I...
Now, you know they be trying to tell us, bro. That's what AI is meant to do. Artificial intelligence. They're telling us that there are beings on the outside of this skirt that's looking inside. Look, you can even see that there's cities and everything on the outside. And then if you look at the picture different, it's looking inwards. It's not a circle, like they're looking inwards, yo. I've been trying to tell you.
Interesting. It looks like 9 different dimensions. Drop your thoughts in the comments below.
Does anybody else notice that in this recent speech, like the coat of arms behind Trump, were usually like the head?
What?
Does anybody else notice that in this recent speech, like the coat of arms behind Trump, were usually like the head of the eagle is facing toward
Cannabis stress techniques for cross-stage trichal-rich harvest? Sounds too good, Scotty. Sounds too good. Let's get into it. Dude Grills is for educational and entertainment purposes only. All our content is legal and complies with YouTube community guidelines. So there. So we're leading with some. So we're just full them in with the trichome-rich harvest. Hey man, come on. There's definitely stress techniques that are meant. Trichomes are a stress response. There are definitely stress techniques that improve the quality, man. ISR, SAR. Come on, let's get into it, dude. Oh. I love when people drop the abbreviations. What about VPD and PPFD, DLI? What we got? Yes. They all mean something. We featured on this show one time. It was like, I don't know if it was a joke, but they said they put 2 plants. It was like at a mall in like these growth chambers. And one plant told everyone to be nice to and give it compliments. They told people to go over and install that one. It looked horrible. So I don't know if that's a stress technique in your growth, talking shit to your plants. God, they were so mean, man. Remember that? They were so mean. The only thing I'm meaner to is my chat bot now. When I'm yelling at chat, I know I gotta just calm down for a minute, man. Yeah, no, I've definitely heard you talking some shit to chat.
Because I'm imagining like the Freaky Friday movies where you just turn into a sex doll for one day. And I could just use you how I want to. And you can see and you can feel everything, but you just inside the sex doll.
Look how excited Scotty gets. Grandma, you gotta stop playing that.
My organs is perfect. Everybody else just fat.
You gotta inflate them.
No.
Look, they be regular size and they're all soft and you got on and stuff.
First time this year.
That's not inflation. That's called actual muscle.
So excited. I'm very curious what the vendors would be. I can't figure out how the vendors are. So I go to GC.com. I don't have all the vendors listed, man, but it is that growers market.
Don't be fighting my dog.
Let's just say you can expand your genetic library. Canada's going to be there. Shout out Daisy. I'm going to have a full setup from Canatrol for first place winner. Scotty is getting a Canatrol in the flower cup, so they can grow nice guy any style. You know what I'm saying? They can get that, he was so stoked for that last harvest. Yeah, that guy Kenny did it through and through, though, man, from start to finish. Man, we'll talk about it. This guy Kenny read so much light, so much VPFD in his room. It got me to change my mind about DLI. All that you know about DLI is wrong, okay? You know who was right about it? Bugby, all right? Dr. Bugby was actually, no, he was right about it, man. Cannabis can handle crazy amounts of lights. We'll get into it.
It's hard to feel. Look, I'm trying. I can't even get off the ground. That must use a lot of muscles, huh?
Who is y'all?
I can't even get up.
That is nice. Hey, can I say hello to Banner?
So you just desperate, bro.
I'm sorry, I can't even. Maybe 2 pumps and I would have been there. Like maybe half a pump. Bitch, I'm done. I see how you say it. Look at Can you stop?
Fuck STOP.
What? Did you just spell it out for me?
What?
Yes, you're talking stress technique.
You ever had Jay Ribs? No, I'm just.
No, that shit too expensive, bro.
I know they did. I'm telling you. I'll get comfortable knowing that I'll be back up in the next 2 months.
Hey everyone, and welcome to the Grove Canada series. Today we'll be doing
The game started. What the hell?
something Grove with one of the coolest cannabis strains ever. Most cannabis strains share a ton of similar physical features, because no matter what strain you look at, you can always at least identify that it's a cannabis plant. However, there are a few strains that buck this trend, and one of them is known as Super Freak from Humboldt Seeds. The strain looks insanely cool, with aliens that look like birds, and at the time, relatively, the most baptized version of this strain available. So, normal seeds it is. Of course, if I have normal seeds of anything cool, the first thing I do is I try to make use of lucky benefit, which is what I'll be trying here. And I'll start by germinating 6 of these seeds in the paper towel and Ziploc bag method. And a few days later, all 6 seeds have germinated, so it's time to move them over into nursery bags filled with cocoa coir and perlite. I really like starting with nursery bags because they're small enough that I can fit a lot of seeds in manageable starting, but with the bigger tools, I can plant planting the right seeds into a larger gathering pot without the need to reload the nursery bag. So it's like the best of both worlds. Once the seeds have germinated, 5 of the 6 look like they're doing pretty well, so those are the ones I'm going to grow out. I may do a few super small things that should have enough nutrients built into it to support the plant for the next few months. And what I'm going to do now is really layer the soil at the bottom of the gathering pot, having the top filled with just this tiny mycorrhiza, place some seedlings, and then fill in the rest of the planter with a normal organic soil mix before top dressing with some activation starter. If you can save some money, I prefer to start building soil mixes for cheap, so I'll link those in the description. I did accidentally break one of the seedlings then, so I used some masking tape to hold the little back together. And even if this one dies with 4 seedlings left, I should have at least 1 male and 1 female plant. 7 out of 8 times. So the odds are pretty good that I'll be able to make some tea with these plants. Now, although this is partially not visible from all the plants, I can at least do a good sitting space by tucking them here and then just splitting them up once they fill the nest, similar to why I started the in this video. Let's make a tasty focus and see if I can get these things. I can also get these actually in the gut. What the super small things is to get them that water and become organic. I also discovered that there were some fungus gnats in the super soil, so I set up some sticky traps, which seem to have gotten most of the adults out of the tent. And once the plants started to grow too large, I removed one of the plants to give the other four a little more space before adding in a top layer of a diatomaceous earth and everything to make sure that the larvae of the fungus gnats would be taken care of as well. Because I have a little fur-like shape. And it's pretty clear that even though they all have a similar leaf mutation, there is no real consistency with the way they look. Some are super dense, with more of a resemblance to a cannabis leaf, while others look more like a fern leaf that has spread by fingers at a time. Either way, though, this explains are pretty hard to identify. It's a good option for those of you that want to be more discreet about your outdoor growth. I'm cutting out some stems on each of the plants club. In this way, you can these plants to those native males. I can just do a traditional grow with it right away. And we'll be covering these clones in part 2. The plants have all recovered their health inside, so it's time to flower them. All this requires changing from a full light cycle per day to 12 hours of plant day. And even at this size, I'm expecting each female plant to be able to produce up to 100 seeds each. Identifying the sex of the plants was pretty hard. At first, I thought I had a few male plants because there wasn't any way to of many of them, which is typically the key trait to look for when identifying these female plants. And everything just looked like pollen sacs. But eventually I did find a series of plants and searching for deeper. The pollen sacs on the male plants look really different from what I'm used to. In fact, all the pollen sacs look like the bananas that often form from bananas plant, which are essentially small sacs without the protective walls. Either way, it turns out that I have 2 male plants and 2 female plants. And since I only need one male plant, I removed the other one.
This shit is horrible.
But now that we're back, you can see that the male plant has grown significantly taller and is now covering over the 2 female plants left in the rotation. The method I used to use to pollinate plants would be to collect the pollen from the male plants separately, and then about 5
This one nigga got 13 kills, I don't know how.
And then brush on the pollen. However, I would just feeding the male plant in with the female plant and getting really good results.
Nah, I'm just saying. Bro, you're not doing this thing. Because they was running, we had a 2-2-2, and I switched to a tank, and then whoever was on tank switched to DPS, so it stayed 2-2-2 when I was trying to switch to tank so that we could have 3 tanks, and then they see me switch and they think that's their chance to switch off. Instead of just staying how they had it, because I'm switching to adjust for the game, and then they gonna switch because I switch. Instead of just staying, because the reason I switched is because of what we was doing. So I'm like, alright, if I switch, then we'll be cool. Nah, then he switched too. And then I had to switch again for him too. And that nigga just ran to his death, bro. They trying to lose, man. That's on myself.
There's more. Or at least there will be next time. This part 2 is the rate of heal plants that were
I'm sitting there. If I can't heal you, bro, then you doing too much. I'm just saying, you in a fight, and you gonna fucking die with me healing you. So I'm healing you and attacking them. And they just, you know what I'm saying? Like, that don't make sense. Imagine if you was in a fight, but you got the ambulance with you, nigga. They patching up your wounds and shit in the middle of the fight, giving you inhalers and shit. The other nigga ain't got no help, nigga. You got a whole healing, so you still die.
just walk around and show. I'll mention in this video, link in the description section below. In this video, there's a whole these plants from the point of flowering until harvest. Which I got and I have barely any footage of the 80s from my Zaza genetics. This was actually from last summer when I was at big hiatus. I was really filming much because I was working on my second book, which is out now. Link in the description.
Now I get kidnapped by a bunch of fish.
80 stars across 10 ops OG, crossed with Persian Prince. This plant was expected to go 11 or 12 weeks in flowering, so I did give it additional top dressing of organic fertilizer. Looks like a nutrient, as you can see on the tips of the leaves. Yes, we're growing with organic inputs. Nutrient can still happen, but a little bit of nutrient did catastrophic. It ended up stretching for close to 4 weeks and took up about a 2 foot by 2 foot space. Good bud stacking. Trichol production wasn't that heavy at this point, but I remember increasing later on in the row. It ended up going to week 13 and was then harvested. I didn't even work out what the yield was, but if I could get, it was about 6 or 7 ounces. It has super fine taste and smell. It was pretty gassy. Runs from homegrown cannabis co. This is the process of skills and gelato. It didn't stretch as much as I thought it would. They were saying small. Just did up on a box like I showed in the last episode. The buds are good, excellent stacking. The plant was healthy just about until harvest. I did see some deficiencies start to show in week 6. This plant was in a 5-gallon container, and the size of the container is small, according to many organic growers. In general, the larger the container, the easier it would be to keep the plant healthy when using organic inputs. The other plants I'm growing 8 is 10 are in 10-gallon containers, so no more size, and those plants were healthy to grow. It's a big topic, but something that maybe I could mention. Overall, I was happy with the result. She was harvested in week 8, the yield was 2 ounces. Small but dense buds and good flavor. It had a very sweet, fruity taste and smell. Curb stopper by Crystal Labs. It's the cross of Isolate and Deadhead OG. So once the past, I'll actually link that video in the outro card of this video, so you can check it out after this video. It looks very similar to that. Stretchy with long narrows, chunky buds with heavy trichome development. The detox element in the final weeks of flowering. I have to assume it's because my tanks were a bit higher there during the summertime, because I recorded a box ton the last time I grew up. There was taco in the lid as well, which also makes me think that she still had a very dense structure. She was harvested in time. Yield was nearly 6 ounces. Super full of taste, but very clean to where I have to cross the other strains because they have floral taste. I'm typically not a fan of floral, but this one is different. There's definitely some visuals on the back end as well. Honestly, this is one of my favorites. I'm thinking about finding a keeper and using it for a board project. Last but not least, American Pie by Grow on Fire. This is a cross of apples and bananas, crossed with Super Buck Cherry number 26. Super frosty, intense buds. I actually thought there was something wrong with this plant due to its leaf structure. So,
I was waiting for my cool down so I could use another move or something. I was just trying to back up so that nigga didn't kill me until my cool down ran out.
The increasing chromosome number in these plants is a result of the genome duplication. So this one branch had the bud forming like this, which looks pretty cool in my opinion. I've actually had this mutation several times in the past. I think this mutation is one of the more common ones out there with irrigation, two-tone leaves, and orthophyllotaxy. What other mutations have you come across? Let me know down in the comment section below.
This nigga is expensive. I put my shield up, this one. Like, I got the moves, and whenever you use one, like, what I would care about. Like, that one, I use my shield, and now I got 3 seconds before I can use it again. So I just was trying to move around, so I had something I could do.
I think a lot of people jump to the assumption that they see a bug and it's automatically bad and to take action to kill off the bugs. So what we do when you have organic inputs in there that you need to be covered down, what's with the cardboard circles. So I use the cardboard circles to cover the soil, and like organic soil, also help with water retention. It helps keep that top layer moist. You want to be equipped with the soil properly. Basically talking about putting the soil around blend. I'm just trying out a new blend this time around. Use organics. Both fertilizers and I've got really good results with. I actually still have some of the
Fuck, I did not know that nigga was gone.
How you control the fungus stats in this group, the carbon was really helpful. Also, I use the yellow stickies and I did one support for flower. spray and plant control. That's pretty much all I did for this grow, controlling fungus gnats. In past grows, I've done things like mosquito beds, diatomaceous earth. There are several different things you can do to control fungus gnats. If you dig back on my main channel, you'll find a video in regards to
y'all just moved this fucking
the dead plant material on the top in the carbon, which just sucks up moisture from the bottom. So this kind of relates to the other question. Not all insects are bad, but there's no problems using a mulch layer. It's very common on the organic cultivation side of things. The carbon coverage really is
I don't think I got no fucking here. What the fuck? I'm right here.
Have some water contact, but it's a
I
moisture.
moved about 1 inch and they like, oh, damn.
It's just kind of resting on top. It's not really pressed down onto the medium. These next two questions are very similar. Why wouldn't you spread out the newts when you top dress? Why a nutrient well instead of even coverage all over? So I've done top dressing the way you mentioned several times in the past, just spreading it across the entire medium.
I'm out the clue.
Top of it and then watering it in. The reason for the nutrient well is really because I'm using a blue mat dripper. Usually what I'll do is I'll have one carrot kind of dripping down onto the well.
That's the second bad team in the room, man. If I don't quit, they gonna think I ain't got no standards.
Across the soil.
You put
So
me
yeah, the
on
nutrient
bad
well is just
team.
another way to go about it. In my experience, I've gotten a very similar result, healthy plants, both when doing normal top dressing versus the nutrient well and having a blue mat dripper drip onto the well. So really just another way to go about it. And yeah, since I'm using the distribution drippers now, I'll have to try spreading it back out again and see how that works. That's it for the questions. And before I end this, I want to give a big thanks to AC Infinity for sponsoring this channel. Almost everything in my indoor garden is AC Infinity. They have some of the best products on the market today. And you can use discount code